This is Paranormal Thursday.
You're on Illustrated.
You don't want me anymore, that's what you said from before. But this twisted melody has brought a few friends.
This is the Paranormal Chef on Paranormal Thursday.
Be echoing in your head.
Jeff fucking James.
The ruins of the life you thought you led. Yeah, you thought you'd won, but the games you wanted to play have just begun.
Oh, Mr. Voorhees, there you are. You can come out of the water now.
What? Oh, I think you went that way.
Don't forget your machete. Only on Outlaw Radio Nation.
I'm the plot twist, baby, to your marital fantasy. The shattered fragment screaming that you'd like to leave it behind. Wake up, darling, now the whole world gets to see. Dragging through the shaking your solid ground. You thought you owned the dark before. Now I'm crushing your hand one finger at a time.
Prepare to be spooked in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shut your fucking pie hole!
It's a Thursday, Scott looks tired, kinda like me. Coffee wrinkles on a desk that never sleeps. Same hallway, same flicker in the ceiling. But your name and my phone got the whole world tilting. It's Thursday, paranormal, you haunt me. After normal, all work day's done, but you're still there in every empty office chair. It's Thursday, paranormal, my heart goes out of formal. Clock hits 6, I lose control. You show up like you own my soul. You own my soul. He texts you up in the bright light of midday. I laugh too loud like I got nothing to hide. Our chats a seance, little secrets in the thread. Typing dots, dancing like the raising the dead. It's Thursday, paranormal, you haunt me. After normal, work day's done, but you're still there in every empty office chair. It's Thursday, paranormal, my heart goes out of formal. Clock hits 6, I lose control. You show up like you own my soul. You own my soul. Every week, same time, same spell. Yeah.
yourself when you want it to play and it won't start for you. Gotta love it. All right, this is Freaky, man. The Freak Show. Oh yeah, man. Y'all
Not better.
fucking freaks out there.
Yes, not
Yeah,
bad.
pretty
Nice old
right?
hair metal man. Nice, very nice.
Yeah, man. All right,
I
well,
know-
welcome to Thursday Paranormal. Are you ready for some ghost stories from the paranormal chef tonight? Right, get that popcorn ready. Kitties. We also have Shutter film history, the history of hauntings, the strange, the weird, and odd news. You heard music by Distant Sun Rising. Monica Solis, haven't played her in a long time, man.
Nope,
Dark
nope.
and faded. Think of that.
Yeah, I wonder how
You
she's
like
doing.
Yeah, man, we have to get her back on the show. Craziest interview I ever did.
Yeah, very
Almost
crazy.
had to pull the plug on that.
Yeah,
I was
she,
telling Megan earlier, man, that there's only been very few shows I've had to consider pulling the plug on.
she's
Audio.
She
Great.
was a trip. She was flirting with me hardcore for a long time. It's just like after I heard all her stories, it's like no.
Yeah, it was quite the conspiracy, I would say. All
Yeah,
right, then second song I played was Freaky Things, Freak Show. That was cool too. Very 80s hair metal, you
yep,
said. All right, cool, man.
very cool.
Um, so also tonight we have music by Convey the Signs. Uh, Ironically, the name of the song is Convey the Signs. Interesting, right? All right,
Right.
Conspiracy 216 from Cleveland. C Loss from New York City. She's gonna be on the show Sunday, so I want to play her a little bit. Doesn't really fit the
Cool.
show theme, but she's freaking hot, so I figured I'd play it.
Definitely.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. News of the strange, the weird, and the odd. All right, let's get spooky. All right, so a Florida man giving social media something to taco about. You like that? Taco?
Yeah.
Okay. TikTok creator Greg Davis has gone viral with a series of videos documenting the raining of iguanas phenomenon in Florida and then eating them. So I looked
Yeah.
it up. Iguanas, right? When it gets below 40 in Florida, since they're cold blooded, they don't handle it well and they go into almost like a comatose state,
Right.
right? And they fall out of the trees. So it's like raining iguanas. And they lay there until the sun comes up and it warms up and then they get moving again.
Yeah.
But these
Crazy.
hunters are just waiting under the trees and collecting them. Yeah. So I looked it up and so check this out. Did you know it tastes like chicken and alligator combined? It's very fibrous, used in stews, curries, and tacos. And it's becoming very popular in Florida to be
Really?
eaten as the alternative to like chicken.
They
They said it's a little bit like fishy too. It doesn't smell fishy or taste
right.
fishy, but definitely has a fish taste to it.
I never
Interesting.
tried it. I never tried it. I don't think I will ever try it.
I don't know. I might try it. I've tried a lot of weird things. Hey, remember that time we did the chili cook-off and I did shark fin chili?
Yeah.
That was like the grossest thing ever. It was a great idea. Just
Yeah.
didn't taste good. It was
Oh.
my Kalamata olive sorbet I tried. Bad
Ew.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So check this out. Allegedly, an episode titled "The Computer Wore Menace Shoes," which aired in 2000, Homer Simpson discovers the internet, starts a gossip blog. Toward the end of the episode, Homer escapes from the shady isle and issues a warning on his website about some creeps in an island somewhere who are secretly running the world. Internet drew parallels between the fictitious cabal and the disgraced financier, Jeffrey Epstein, who is accused of sexually abusing and trafficking underage girls and young women on Little St. James and Great St. James, collectively known as Epstein Island. The
Yeah.
Simpsons. You
Yeah.
notice a lot
They
of
they
those cartoons predict future events,
a lot of them. A lot of it. Crazy.
and and they're right. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part of it. They're freaking right. I don't
Trump
know.
coming down. Trump coming down an escalator. Crazy. All
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah.
right. They did that episode about him being shot.
Right.
Yeah, I
All
know it's
kinds of
crazy.
crazy stuff.
All
Yeah.
right, so Jasmine Mama, I'll just say, is in utter disbelief. Okay. Still recovering in the hospital after giving birth, the mom of two thought she'd seen it all until a lactation consultant casually informed her she'd sprouted an extra breast complete with a nipple.
Damn.
She had three titties.
And
And I
more,
guess
more the
it's an
merrier.
anomaly that happened. I looked it up. It's an anomaly that happens actually to a lot of women. Um, in the glands that go across you also go for women under their armpits. right?
Right.
And a lot of times the armpit will develop a breast with a nipple on it. And it
Wow.
goes away, but sometimes they do have to do surgery. But yeah, it happens a lot. Just like animals, they have multiple nipples,
Right.
right? Okay. All right, so check this out. Controversial suicide pod. Inventor reveals new AI powered feature to allow couples to die simultaneously. What do you
I,
think of that?
I heard of something similar over in the Netherlands. They were doing some kind of suicide pod there, just for one though. It was like it wasn't medical. It was medical, but it was gas instead of IV units. You know, it
Yeah.
was gas. They were gassing them in these pods, and they look like a pod. So
Yeah, now you can die with your significant other or your mom or your dad or your kid.
yeah,
Yeah. And then they said that it would be decided by AI. So you fill out the forms and all that stuff and submit it, and AI decides whether you can yourself
yeah,
or not.
unalive. Yeah,
Unalive yourself. I don't
yes.
know if you could use that word. All right, so check this out. Beano from Oz 1975 said, "Good day, Matthew Gutka, the most stylish goatee beard on YouTube, endorsed by Tim Oman,
Tim,
2026."
Tim the
Tim
Mothman.
Man.
Tim the
Yeah, Tim
Mothman.
Mothman.
Tim the Moth.
Tim the Mothman.
That's what his
Okay.
name is. Tim Mothman.
Mothman. All right.
Hey,
I was looking for
Benno.
the T. The
Benno,
T is
good to see you.
yeah, very cool. All right, so check this out. Lurking in the dark. All right, that was the end of strange, weird. There is a lot of weird things out there, man. Very
Very.
weird.
Last
Okay,
couple
so
weeks have been nothing but weirdness.
it's never ending. There was so
Yeah.
many alien reports that I sent to you last night, and all that weird stuff
Yeah,
that's coming out. I keep hearing about July 8th over and over again.
me
I'm
too. Me
excited.
too. Yeah.
People high up in the Trump administration already talking about July 8th
I,
that
I,
Trump knows. And
me personally, I
go
think it's
ahead.
going to be more of a business kind of disclosure, not an actual disclosure. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not. It's going to be about UAPs, not UFOs.
Yeah, most likely. And you know what? I don't I don't know how to say this, but I'm not sure if I 100% believe that there are UFOs. I think they're all UAPs. I think they're
They,
all coming out of the ocean.
they,
I think that is the big decider.
they had. I was watching an interview with Greer the other day, and he's saying about 80% of what we're seeing now is either uh, homemade manufacturing, like Lockheed, or reverse
Yeah,
engineering from
I agree.
some other stuff where it's not actual UFO uh, UFO stuff. You know, it's
Oh yeah, I
UAP.
100% agree with you. I think a lot of the stuff that's up there, especially the drones, are manufactured here. I think
Yeah.
those are experiments and stuff, and they're just testing shit out because many times in the government, there's been times where they've done stuff and didn't tell the other parts of the government. They do it all the time. That's
I
why they have all those different branches: FBI, CIA, NSA,
you,
Medusa, all of them, right?
you see what's happened down in El Paso right now. They're saying
Yeah.
it's UAP stuff, and they closed down the El Paso airport for I think they said 5 to 10 days because of it.
Yeah, they grounded flights.
Yeah,
They grounded flights yesterday. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, flights were grounded. And also, it happened in Ohio, our hometown. Did you see the reports of the huge fireball?
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I read it,
A
but I didn't
bunch of
see the fireball.
I didn't see it either. I read all about it that a bunch of people saw this big red fireball in the sky. Interesting stuff. All right. So
Right.
Lurking in the Dark. Um, do you watch Shudder films? Have you watched the channel Shudder?
I may have seen one or two of them. I hear they're really good with the horror uh, aspect of filming and stuff.
Now,
Is this the one? Is this the one locally?
I'm not sure, but
If there's a
I have
producer that does
Roku,
local.
and yeah, he
Okay,
might. I don't know. On Roku, I watch it all the time. So, Shudder Films. Shudder is a premium streaming service dedicated to horror, thriller, and supernatural fiction, owned and operated by AMC Networks. Since its inception, it has evolved from a curated library of classics into a major producer of original horror content. Shudder transitioned from a distributor to a creator, producing highly ranked original films and series. Original films, which was their key success, include Host in 2020, Late Night with the Devil in 2024, and In Violent Nature in 2024 as well. Now, there was another one, and I'm not sure about the spelling of this, Skinna Marink in 2023. Okay. So those were some of the really popular ones. The original series it revived the Creep Show anthology,
that's
produced
where I heard
doc,
them.
yeah, Creep
That's where I
Show,
heard. That's where I heard them.
yeah, produced documentary series like Cursed Films and Horror Noir, a history of black horror. Now this isn't sponsoring them or anything, but pricing for the plans currently start at $8.99 a month, $7.50 a month when billed annually, about $90 a year. You can find them on Apple TV, Roku, which that's where I watch it, Amazon Fire TV, Xbox, and mobile devices, iOS and Android. That's Shudder Films. Yeah, they have. When I watch it on Roku, they have hundreds and hundreds of different genres that you could choose from. The movies you could watch. I mean, it could be shark
Yeah,
attack stuff to devil stuff. I mean, it could be really whatever you're into watching. Um, I try not to watch it before I go to sleep for
yeah,
obvious reasons.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I do watch it from time to time. There's some good stuff. I'll also say this: this guy does come on our show, Marcus Berry. Matt knows him as
yeah,
AMG Universal. They do films as well. They did not the remake, but the true story of Bloodline Killer, and they have a whole bunch of horror genre movies that they do too, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so what we're
yeah.
gonna do is we're gonna play a song. When I come back, I have the history of hauntings, and we'll go from there. All right, so what we have next is Convey the Signs with the song Convey the Signs. We'll be right back. See you, peeps. Hell yeah. Convey the signs. Freaking amazing, man. Let me get Matt in here. Just give me 1 second, peeps. Took me by surprise. It ended so quick. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back, Matt. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Now we get spooky. The history of hauntings. This was kind of fun looking it up. I didn't really look up a lot of ghost stories. I left that one for Matt for tonight. But I wanted to know the history of hauntings. I wanted to know when it started and the earliest known dates that it started. So this is a little history lesson for you. All right. So the history of haunting spans millennia, evolving from ancient rituals meant to appease restless spirits and ensure proper burial to the 19th century rise of spiritualism and modern day investigations of urban legends and paranormal activity. In ancient times, beliefs were deeply rooted in religion and the necessity of proper burial rites to prevent the dead from returning to haunt the living. Homer's The Odyssey featured the ghost of, now I'm not sure about this spelling, Elpenor, demanding burial. Okay. The Roman era, 1st century AD, Pliny and the Younger documented one of the first, most famous, and enduring tales of a chained specter haunting a house in Athens. Now, they used to call them, before they became like ghosts and supernatural and paranormal, everything was called a specter. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
Right. So, the medieval period, stories often focused on vengeance or souls needing help to find peace. The first reported poltergeist activity involving physical disturbances occurred in Germany in 856 AD. 856. That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
That could just, a lot of those people back then, I mean, I'm sure that there was hauntings and there was ghosts and stuff like that. But if something fell off the shelf, it probably freaked them out, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference between a poltergeist throwing stuff off the shelf or stacking your chairs or shaking your chandeliers compared to like something just falling off the shelf. Okay,
Right.
just wanted to point that out.
And
The reason why, go ahead.
the medieval era, anything was supernatural. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, anything.
Well, yeah, they would kill you if you were different. You know what
Yes.
I mean? And that didn't even that didn't end for a long time because they were doing the Salem witch trials.
They chopped off your left hand if you were left-handed and
Yeah,
thought
man.
you were the devil.
Hey, man, not long ago, I'm going to say 60s, early 70s, at Catholic school, the nuns would smack your hands if you were left-handed and you wrote left-handed.
Right.
That's a true thing. Talk about paddling. The nuns used to beat the shit out of you. Truth. Yeah. Okay. So, the early. Oh, and let me go back and say this other thing. So you brought up the medieval times. Yeah. They used to talk about knights battling with dragons. So
Right.
hear this out because this just popped in my head. I believe that there were dragons, but I don't think that they were dragons like fire breathing dragons. I think that was a big myth. But I think a lot of the animals that like the Komodo dragon and stuff like that, I bet
Yeah.
they were a lot bigger in medieval times. And may have battled them. I mean, think about it, evolution. I mean, the Komodo dragon might have been, like 20 feet high. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Tyrannosaurus Rex did make it. Because if you remember some of the movies that came out in the 70s, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one where they're in their loincloths and they're running through like the desert and the dinosaur is chasing them and shit. They were
Yeah.
making movies about caveman with dinosaurs, and they say that dinosaurs were extinct during the caveman times, which
Right.
I don't believe that. I think some of them lived. I don't know. Just a
Yeah.
thought, guys. All right, so the early modern period, famous hauntings emerged, such as the reported sightings of Anne Boleyn at the Tower of London following her 1536 execution. So yeah, she was killed in 1536, executed. She was probably like they thought a witch or something, right?
Right.
18th and 19th century, the invention of the magic lantern and I'm going to get this wrong. Phantasmagoria shows transformed how ghosts were depicted, making them appear translucent and in some cases alive. The rise of spiritualism saw a surge in seances. Okay, so that's the turn of the century now. So in modern eras, hauntings became linked with urban legends, true crime, and locations, with the focus on psychological, emotional, or traumatic remnants of the past, which are common themes, and that's where we find ourselves now.
Yep.
Okay.
Very much so.
Also, we find ourselves there now, but we're starting with different investigation tools like the spirit box, EMF readers, getting temperatures, even being able to see shadow beings and things like that with infrared. There's a
Yep.
lot of changes that have come, and scientifically, they can't scientifically prove it, but there's so much stuff out there. You have to let your own mind tell you. You know, you have to really think about this stuff because I believe it 100% about ghosts.
Remember,
So
remember the. Go ahead. Remember the
no, you go ahead, man.
Frostville when the
Oh
one
yeah,
spirit
Frostville.
called us an asshole on the spirit box. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
Uh,
remember they
told
told us to leave.
told us to leave twice, and they
Yeah, the
called us
sun
an
was going.
asshole.
I remember we were in the
Yeah,
back, and oh yeah,
yeah.
man,
It was
they yelled at us two times
yes,
to leave,
and
and we
then
left.
yeah, it's one of the I had the uh, EMF on, and one of them followed us into halfway into the parking lot. It was crazy, and then it stopped.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a good time. We're gonna do more stuff like that. I can't
Right.
wait till it starts to warm up when we start doing some of these ghost hunting things and hauntings. Too bad we never got to do Jim's house because I truly believe there's some spirits in that house.
I
I
think he,
used to
I
hear
think he,
disembodied voices all the time.
I think he's a little scared. That was one of the things.
Yeah.
You know how he grew up and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
he didn't really know a lot about the paranormal stuff when we started
no.
talking about it, and then we started hearing disembodied voices. I bet he was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't tell him all the different ones, but many times, and even the last paranormal show we did, I heard a disembodied voice. I just couldn't make out what it said. I just couldn't figure it out. I played it over and over again. But
My
yeah, that happens
my
all the time.
my dad visited me last time.
Yeah,
I
very cool. And
it's
like I said to you earlier, man, once you open that door, the door's
yep.
open. You can't close it now.
Oh, that's going to be part of the story I tell.
Oh, very cool. Well, let me tell you this. Unfinished business, ghosts often appear to resolve a trauma or a message, right? Here's my ghost story. In 2020, uh, Crystal passed away, and Matt knows who Crystal is. She
Yeah.
was my girlfriend. And so on the day of the funeral, right? Now, I'm not sure if this is really a ghost story. It's not like a spectral thing. It's not like a ghost that came from one door to the other and a door opened or anything like that. This was being touched. So I was getting dressed for the funeral and I felt a tug at the back of my shirt. And we had a cat at the time, and I went to look to see if the cat was there, but the cat was on the other side of the room on the bed. And I turned, and when I looked, I could see my shirt being pulled. I don't know. I knew it. Being touched is a totally different thing.
She can,
Makes you think you're
yeah.
crazy, bro.
No. 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 Very cool
So
though. Very cool
yeah,
stories.
that was my ghost story, and ever since then, I've had many, many, many weird things happen. Okay, so ritual and belief. Many, such as the Chinese Ghost Festival or All Souls Day, focus on feeding or banishing spirits. Ghost stories often mirror societal fears in historical events, such as war casualties during the Civil War era. like we talked about before,
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg and all those big battles.
Yep.
I'm sure like Normandy Beach is probably haunted.
Oh, they say it's haunted.
I
They
bet the
say it's haunted.
bunkers and the pillboxes, all the stuff that like Germans were in are haunted.
They
Can't understand what the hell they're saying, but it's
they
haunted.
they say Midway has activity.
I'm sure a lot of bases and military sites have activity, not just like Gettysburg. Think of all the battles that have taken place, especially in Ohio, between the Indians. That's
Right.
another whole thing.
They
Indian, yeah.
they say out here in Twinsburg, there's a medicine man that uh, does his thing around here from the Native Americans. He walks around and people say they see him.
I would love to see something like that. All right, so the history of hauntings spans over 3,500 years, evolving from ancient funerary rituals to a modern day entertainment and scientific inquiry. Ghost hunting, which we talked about, shows like most haunted and ghost hunters popularized amateur ghost hunting in the early 2000s, utilizing high tech equipment like EMF meters. Now, Ghost Adventures, I think that was Zach Braff, right?
Yeah,
When you first
I don't trust him.
Yeah, but yeah, I get that, but when you first watched the show, the early episodes, he wasn't all about like entertainment. He was very like down to earth and cool, and he was really after hearing ghosts, and he was after trying to prove ghosts. It wasn't until he started getting popular that he sold out and sold his soul
That's
to
that's
media.
why he's the one reason why Ohio Reformatory does not allow film crews in there, because he hired a guy to come in when he did his lockdown to make noise and do stuff. They caught him. The who are the people with the management of the reformatory, the
Yeah,
government, caught the Rangers, whoever is in
yeah,
charge
I've
there
been in
caught him.
I've
So
been
that's
in the
why
prison there.
they don't allow film crews in there
Yeah.
anymore
Hey,
because of
I
that.
was there. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any cold spots. I didn't get uneasy. I felt absolutely nothing. Maybe
I
at
got
night it's totally different.
I got uneasy in uh, s- solitary, and I got
Confinement.
confinement, and I got unease. I somewhere along the line, I have a picture. I was taking pictures of cells, and I have a big uh, reddish orb in the
Really?
one of it. I can't find it. I've been looking for it for the longest time.
Hey, you brought up orbs. I want to say this really quick. I was watching on YouTube, and I know this is kind of macabre, but on YouTube you can watch videos of people that are passing away, and many of them you can see orbs floating around. And the people that are laying in bed before they actually take their last breath, you could see them reach their hands out and try to touch the orbs.
That
I think
is,
they're angels, bro.
they
I
are
think they're
they.
ghosts, and I think they're spirits,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They're angels coming to get your soul. That's what it is. I believe that
Yeah, I
100%.
totally believe that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally believe that, and I also think that they could be your loved ones and stuff because I've looked
yeah,
into it, and a lot of people say in near-death experiences, God's not the first person you see, or Jesus. It's your loved ones greeting
yeah.
you. They've been waiting for you, and your ancestors, who you
I,
don't
be-
remember, but you will.
I believe
You
that
will when your
100%.
soul is free.
I believe that 100%.
All right, so
My dad was speaking
modern.
Polish.
Go ahead.
My dad was speaking Polish to somebody during his time in the hospital. That's what I understood. What my
Yeah.
understanding is.
That's how
So
I was bummed when my mom passed away because when she passed, she was asleep. So she passed in her sleep, which is for her, and many of us probably the way
I
we
want.
want to go.
That's what I
So I
want
was
to go
kind of
with
just
my
hoping
sleep.
that yeah, I was just kind of hoping she'd be like, grandma's here or so and so is here. Like a lot of people that pass away will talk about people in the corner of the room,
Yeah.
waiting for them. I think that's super cool. Well, modern researchers explore theories such as infrared sound, infrasound, geomagnetic fields, and the brain's tendency to see patterns in random stimuli to explain spectral sights. So, sites like Gettysburg and Tower of London remain famous for reoccurring reports of historical hauntings linked to tragic events. And I don't think that all hauntings are tragic events. And I also
No.
that thing how they say that when you die, you don't pass over, or you choose to be a ghost and you're stuck here. I don't believe any of that. What I think it is them just coming back and forth, going through the
There's
parallel realms,
there
exploring.
there's a lot of that. I also believe there's a in the Catholic religion. I believe it's all over the world though. Is a purgatory state before you go on to do
Could be
whatever,
true.
whatever. But it's a purgatory state. Some of it they don't. They won't allow the soul into heaven, and hell doesn't want them. So they're stuck here on earth. Also,
Yeah, that
so
could be true.
that's one
Who
of
knows? We will
that's
not
my
know until it's our time.
exactly.
Okay. All right, man. We're gonna play a song. Play a song. I'm gonna get you set up for the Paranormal Chef's ghost stories, and we'll be right back, peeps. This is a brand new song by a cool band from Cleveland. The name of the song is called "The Games We Play." It's by a band called Nightmare Empire. We'll be right back.
I see through your lies, these evil games you play, but so promises as one led astray.
No one wins. Nightmare Empire. The games we play. Pretty cool, huh? Hold on a second. I could bring Matt back. Sorry, Matt. There you go, buddy. You can talk
No
now.
problem. No problem.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pull up your banner for you. All right, kids. Are you ready? You have the floor. The Paranormal Chef, Matt Gutka, Ghost Stories.
So,
Take over.
okay. So before I begin, there, as I was doing my homework uh, for this show this week, I had to stop several times. My third eye started pulsating, and it got tight in there, really, really tight. But I didn't get a headache right here. I get the headache in the back of my head. So I'm going to struggle through this because it's going to be sea work. But other than that, I got to say there are more things in heaven and earth than we see in our philosophy. The quote Shakespeare. There is there's so many types of hauntings, not only ghosts, but there's demon. There are specters. There are mimics. I have a mimic at my old house. My niece says every so often she would hear me and see the back of my head at the top of the stairs. I have to call them every time I come over because if not, they will think I'm the mimic. There is, that I said, poltergeists. There are not only intelligent hauntings, there are residual hauntings, kind of like what is it, the stone tape recordings. Uh, Residual, there's a difference between residual and intelligent. Residual is like a tape. You see the spirit over and over again doing the same thing, like walking across the floor, going into the bathroom, going into or sitting at a table or sitting someplace that there is no table or no chair. Uh, that's kind of a residual haunting every time you see something. An intelligent haunting is that you can interact with it. You can hear something move with it. Um, it can chase you. You can chase it. Uh, and it's not just, like I said, a soul that's doing this. It's a demon. We're going to go into the Sally House. The Sally House is a place in Kansas that is very haunted. But I believe it's not the little girl Sally. A demon is using Sally as uh, a a shifter, making the demon's making him or herself look like a little girl. Uh,
Hey, Matt.
yes,
That Matt, that's what they said about Amityville. Remember
yes,
the demon pretended to be Jody, which was really the form of a pig, but appeared to the little girl as a playmate.
right,
This happens a lot. And they
right.
do it to the children because the children can still see them. They haven't been destroyed by social media and all that other shit yet. But
There,
please continue. That very cool part of the story. I like that. Very
well,
cool.
the story goes that in the 1800s, you know how doctors have their houses, and that's where they did all their, especially in small towns like the town that was in Kansas. Uh, did their practice, their operations. They did everything there. This little girl, this mom in the at night came with her daughter. Daughter was supposedly named Sally, uh, and the daughter uh, was having trouble with her stomach, and the doctor forgot to give her the right amount of anesthesia to put her under, and she had a bad operation to take out her appendix. She died a couple days later, and supposedly Sally now haunts this house.
Yeah,
Well,
because back then the appendix would kill you.
right,
Hi, I'm Sally. Want to play?
ex- exactly.
Crazy.
So, so come to the 70s and 80s when the Tony and Deborah Hickfield bought the house, and they would first hear steps come walking up and down the stairs. They thought it was their cats. The the wife became pregnant. Once they once she became pregnant, activity started getting more and more. Footsteps, doors slamming, stuff going on in the kitchen. Um, the uh, pick, well, once the baby was born, they did a nursery upstairs. They had a dog that would never ever go into that room. Um, and the cats would stay away from that room too. Well, the baby was born. They uh, came home one night, saw the stuffed animals arranged in the middle of the floor. They picked up they didn't know what was going on. They thought there was a prowler in the house, thought someone was in the house. So they looked all over the place. Nothing. They, so they picked up the toys, put them back on the shelf, turned off the light. They heard some ruckus up in the nursery. They came back. The toys were back in the same position.
Now it freaked me out.
Uh, this would
Toys.
this would happen every so often, every so often, and they started freaking out. All of a sudden, the the baby would cry constantly at night. They would have to. They brought the sister-in-law in to help them manage the baby so they can all get turns to sleep. One day the sister-in-law got up.
Yeah.
One day the sister-in-law got up. They took the baby down to the living room. Baby passed out sleeping. Went up, put the baby up into the crib. Not only 2 minutes after, the baby woke up, started screaming. Uh, After that, they would move the baby into the room, into Tony's and Deborah's room. Uh, they the, they would constantly hear noise, banging, stuff, everything in the living room would go in. There would be fires uh, in certain rooms, doors, and it would be it wouldn't be a all out fire, but it would be a fire in a small part of the wall, small part of the door, small part of the uh, uh, floor in the attic, and very easily put out. They would see candles, wicks not burned, melted all the way down. They would. There was one that was in a big candle in its package. The package was uh, bur- uh, burnt down in the package itself. Plastic was fine. The candle was melted without the wick being lit. Uh,
That's crazy.
they they the attack started. on the husband. It this this Sally would only attack the male. They said the former previous owner that did not have the house, uh, that had the house before them, the male of the household would get attacked. The husband had uh, bloody noses, scratches. He would wake up with headaches. He one day he woke up in a sleep a sleep awake state and would see a little girl shapeshift into a old demonic looking woman, and he would fly over the bed, and it the thing choked him, and he couldn't breathe. He finally woke up. It he ran for the door. It would not let him go out to the door. Uh, the
Hey
this
Matt,
entity
did they do a movie about that?
they
Was there a
had they
movie about?
there's several documentaries. There was several uh, well-known psychics and media back in the 70s and 80s that came to the house. They would see a little girl shape name, and they would say it's Sally. Uh, it got really cozy with the wife Deborah. She was going to adopt the kid until one day the husband got scared. He blacked out, came home. He came. They said he grabbed the knife. Basically, he thought he would grab the knife. He was going to go after something. He blacked out. He found himself in the same clothes that he was wearing. It was like a, a pair of something you'd wear, like shorts and a t-shirt that you'd wear around the house. He was like 3 miles away. He came back and saw one of his cats in the kitchen with the knife uh, in the wall with the cat. Uh, they asked why they didn't leave. It was because they were afraid if they left, this thing would follow them. Uh,
Yeah. Hey,
and
hey man,
it. Go ahead.
I just want to say really quick. There's stories about people that leave the house because their homes are so haunted, and the shit follows them to the motel room, and
Yes.
they get so scared they come back to the house. I
Well,
saw a documentary where he's like, "What are you doing back?" She's like, "It followed us," and isn't that crazy? You're
yeah.
totally man.
And this
You're
and this
you're
this
spot on.
this being is, I think, is not Sally. It's more of a demonic force that just wants to. They say to this day, even though the house is nobody's in the house anymore, they do see a figure of a little girl standing in where the nursery was. So that's the Sally house. It's it was very
Hey, let me say this real quick. When those houses are vacated by these people that get freaked out, you know, when they resell the house, they don't have to disclose anything that happened in that house. They don't have
uh,
to disclose if there was murders that took place or anything,
in the state of
like the
Ohio.
Amityville house.
No, in the state of Ohio, you have to disclose if there is a death in the house or it's haunted. I was talking to a
Really?
realtor the other day, and they said yes, it has to, especially if it's a suicide or murder. They have to
Mm,
they have to
very
disclose that
cool.
because it's
Good one, man.
yeah. So you don't need it. So if you don't want it, you don't have to buy
Hey,
it.
let me
Uh,
ask you, where was the Sally house? Where is that located?
it's in Kansas. Our our Artickinson, I think is the name.
Hmm.
Artichson. It's small town, very small town, kind of like a let me see, a Chardon. or a
Lodi.
Lodi kind of a big small town. You know what I mean? It's where
Yeah,
everybody
like
knows each other.
Wellington would be.
Yeah, or like how Madonna used to be
Yeah,
until it became uh, a big thing. You know, uh,
right.
that's what the town is. Uh,
The Sally House. Hi, I'm Sally. You want to
yes,
play with me? And then beat
there.
the. You get your ass beat by it. Man,
Yes,
that's crazy. All right, what
and
else you got?
Punderson Manor in Punderson in Newberry,
I
Ohio.
love.
Punderson is a majestic look. It's a mansion that looks like a castle. Uh, it's in a state park. Uh, it's where camping. You can camp. You could stay. Uh, they have cabins out there. They have, but the manor itself is haunted. So is the lake. This the story goes that one of the stories goes is the owners of Punderson uh, had a maid that fell in love with the son. The son was going to marry the maid, but the father uh, stopped the wedding, and the the maid rolled herself, took a boat, and rowed herself in the middle of the lake, and jumped in the lake and committed suicide. The story goes some nights when it's just perfect, you could see a figure come out of the lake and just hover over it. Very like a light in a female figure. Uh, they also say uh, that you can hear disembodied voices in the basement, in the kitchen. Um, there is travelers. I've had a friend tell me a story that he and his girlfriend at the time went to Punderson, and while they were sleeping, the her bag went from the dresser to uh, the door, and it was picked through. They didn't know how it was what happened and what happened or how it happened. Some say that they feel a presence in the rooms. Uh, some say they go in, the bed is made, they disappear, and they come back to the room. The bed is disheveled. They have a security guard that would walk up and down the steps in there in the and would hear a woman screaming. The first time he thought it was an actual woman screaming because there was also a bunch of the the midnight the third the the overnight crew was over there, and a lot of them were women that worked in housekeeping. So he went running, and it was none of them. There's a story of a little girl that was chased by bullies and drowned in the lake. And every so often, you would see a ghostly figure of this little girl come out with seaweed, and you would smell uh, the undertow uh, of the lake out there. There is a whole bunch of stuff that goes on in there. They
Hey,
one day
Matt.
there was a worker. Yeah, there was a worker.
I was just gonna say, you remember when we had Gregory Nicholas on and we were
Yeah,
talking about Punderson,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he
There
mentioned
was
that we had a lot of spirits by water. Remember that
yeah,
when Gregory Nicholas told us that
yeah.
Punderson, it has something to do with the water.
Exactly. They they actually had uh,
I
a
think we're
a worker that was doing maintenance up in the attic actually saw a rope with a guy hanging from it. Found out that one of the uh, owners of the uh, manor committed suicide up there, and he wouldn't go up there anymore. There was Punderson is a really cool place to hang out, but I would for spirits and stuff. I've heard stories after stories of people saying disembodied voices, hearing footsteps upstairs, hearing things outside by the cabins and the tents, a whole bunch of stuff.
You know, you can stay in some of those rooms at
Right,
Punderson,
right. That's what I was telling you
the
about my
haunted
friend.
rooms.
Yep, like I said, one of
They
my
make you
friends
sign
stationed.
a waiver.
Yep, just like Franklin Castle. I'm trying to get that hooked up. I want Franklin
Yeah, I
Castle
don't know.
is on the west side of Cleveland, and it's one of the most haunted
I don't know
places
about that one, man.
in
The Woman in Black.
The Woman in Black. They found a woman's body skeleton in the wall. They found a whole bunch of stuff. They said one of the owners was into serious S&M, killed people. It's they say you can hear things in the kitchen, pots and pans rattling, even though there's not pots and pans in the kitchen at the time. Stuff happened up in the attic, in the one bathroom. Stuff was happening. Mirrors would go crazy. A whole bunch of other stuff up there that footsteps, disembodied voices again. The woman in
Just want to
black.
let you know.
The woman in black.
We're glitching like the Matrix over here.
Yeah. There's and it's very
The Woman in
very
Black is what scares me, Matt.
yeah. And they actually now have a new management team up there that basically, if you want to stay the night in one of the rooms, you can stay the night in one of the rooms. It's a haunted B&B for what it is now.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't think
It
I want to spend the night there. I've
no,
heard too many crazy stories about that place. I think that would be a true haunting.
right.
But you're crazy. You should do it.
I want to
Hey,
do it.
we got time for one more. Give me one more ghost story.
There is thanks to Spaced Out Radio, I've been listening to Dave Scott talking about
Hey,
haunted
we're gonna
haunted
go ahead.
108. A lady named Agnes bought this house. It's basically a house that miners would go from if they would go from town
Hold
to
on one
town.
second. We're glitching really bad.
Yeah.
We're glitching really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song and then
Okay.
reset it and see if we can get some better signal. So we're
Cool.
going to do a song called "The Haunted One." This is Conspiracy 216. Save that thought. We'll come back. We'll do the last ghost story for you. All right.
Cool.
We'll be right back, man. We're having some technical difficulties from my end in Cleveland. And I really hate that. But we're going to try to play a song here. And then I'm going to reset it and see if I can get some better signal going. And that's just how it is right now.
My anguish,
City of Cleveland.
unending torment, echoes of failure, shackled by the past.
We'll be right back.
These seeming voices There's screaming in my head. The mind's consolidated. I shroud his sides. Paranoid as hell, trying to get swell, stress and pain. Weight on my brain. Pulling me apart, like the ears, I feel my fear. I'm a no inside. Spiraling down, let the demons out fully again. Slowly I'm a die. Never float, I can hear so fate is clear. I'm the haunted one. I am not going insane. I am not going insane. I am not going insane. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. These damning voices, they're screaming in my head. The mind's consolidated. I shroud his sides. You're worthless opus. The voices speak to me. The empty soulless. I'll never be free. Rake your nails right down my back. Just a shadow dance on the wall.
I threw an extra one in there. That was Engines of Ruin with the song Rake. Before that, Conspiracy 216, the haunted one. I had to throw that one in, Matt, trying to fix the Wi-Fi.
No
But
problem.
let's go for it. Tell me your story. That's what I really want to hear.
Okay. Well, my mom. This is going to start out with a mom story, but it's going to go straight into mine. Well, when I was a kid, my mom would have a two visitors to see her. Mind you, she was blind because of MS. It was her aunt who was her godmother, and an uncle, both my greats. Uh, they would visit her. Get this, in full apparition. They were full formed. She would have conversations with them.
Wow.
She
That's extreme.
when my grandfather passed, she would have conversations with him. Full body apparition, straight up. She would go down the basement to do laundry. She said there was a guy down there all the time watching her do laundry. I used to laugh at my mom. I used to laugh at my sister too, who used to say my grandpa would look over my niece Nicole, the one that is the niece I always talk about doing paranormal stuff. She's the one that went with me to Helltown. Uh, well, I used to laugh at both of them, especially my mom. Well, years later, my mom passed. Years later, I was still laughing at the stories my sister would tell me about my mom not seeing all the her stuff. And my my aunt on my dad's side passed, the one I used to take care of all the time. So my brother's sister and I would go over her house periodically just to clean it out. One day, uh, we smelled sulfur, and like a another day we would smell dead bodies. A dead body, like an animal, you would smell. This would be continuous. Both my brother and sister said, "Yeah, it's just the smell of the house. Don't worry about it." Uh, well, I would go over there by myself just to start cleaning out the house. Usually, uh, either early in the morning or 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, going into the night. Lights. When I'm over there, lights would start flickering. The smells would get so intense that you think the dead animal was sitting next to you. The sulfur, I swear to God, I thought something was coming out of the sewer. That's how bad it smelled. I looked all over the place for the smells. Nothing. Well, my aunt always kept the house locked, completely locked. Curtains drawn, sh- uh, uh, blinds down. Where she wasn't, the doors were uh, closed. The bathroom door was closed. The closet doors were closed. The doors to the basement were closed. The the door to the upstairs dorm was closed. Anything that was upstairs was closed. Upstairs, where she'd never gone, the drapes were closed. Well, the big thing we did was we first opened up the house. Opened up the house. We pulled the blinds off. We lifted up the shades and everything. Well, this happened a couple of times when I was there in the afternoon, evening time. Her back room, was the one that faced east, northeast, kind of where the sun would move. Uh, Curtains drawn, light was on, turned totally black. Totally black. It was something you couldn't believe. Uh, I turned to to look at it, and as I was turning to look at it, the corner of my eye, as I was turning, a shadowy figure came out of the that room and literally went into her room. And this just didn't happen one time. This happened several times when I was over there. So my niece, it was heavy in this house. This house had a heaviness to it. Uh, mind you, my aunt had depression. She had some other mental mental stuff, but this house was heavy, 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 heavy. Especially now that she was gone. Uh, my niece at the time, her and their three friends went over there. They grabbed the spirit board. There was several spirits and several ghosts and several others. What I call others were other demons, mimics, poltergeists were in the thing. She cleansed it, she saged it, smudged it once that night. It was clear for a while. Then the stuff started acting again. She came over again and smudged it twice in one night. After that, that house was completely different. There was no flickering. The back room was completely bright. The heaviness was gone. The smells were gone. The just it was like difference between night and day, hell, heaven and hell. It This house was, I don't know if it was because of the stuff she brought in or if it was actually something in the house itself that uh, was causing all this. If it was the dark spirit, the shadow figures coming out of that room, or something else that was flickering the lights on and off. I changed light bulbs several times. I checked wiring. She just had her uh, fuses changed to switches, and the electrician said everything was great. Uh, so I don't know what was going on in that house. It was just like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. So it was for me up until this point. It was cryptids and UFOs all day long, 365 days a year. Uh, Ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. Nothing. I used to laugh at ghosts. I used to laugh at ghost stories, laugh at them, uh, and that's what changed everything. Uh, I've seen I've seen visitations from uh, a founding member at the club that I knew all the time. He comes visits the club. I see a friend that I would call Uncle George because I madly respected him. He comes visits the club. I feel him. So it's just like for me that that house was an eye opener to everything spiritual or ghostly or haunted or whatever you want to say. Like I said, UFOs and cryptids and other other things that are human, like MK Ultra, and all day, every day, 365 days a year. Uh, the ghost thing was eh until that house. It it was unreal. It was just something I told everybody that I am not going there without anybody else to help me with the house. So after that, it was crazy. It was just crazy in that house. it literally was an eye opener for me for this uh, part of the paranormal, if you want to say, or part of who I am now. That's the
Okay,
story.
let me ask you some questions. Let me ask you a couple questions about it because I'm interested to know. Um, do you think that because of her mental issues that she had, do you think that maybe there was a heaviness in the house prior to her death, but after her death, it was released more by her passing?
It could be. I know she kept a lot of stuff in her stuff. She was very secretive. She kept a lot in. Maybe after she died, she didn't die in the house, but I could believe that her energy in that house just opened up and just brought everything in that she was doing, what she was hiding. If you know what I mean.
Hmm. Yeah, I gotcha. All right, here's another one for you because peeps out there, me and Matt do talk during the week, and we talk many, many times. He tells me about him seeing his dad. So this is my thought, and the reason why you're starting to see more things is that your eyes have opened. Um, Also, at the same time, your dad's passing. You seeing your dad. I know this as a fact because I've been told this by many mediums that when one person comes in, many people can come in with them. And coming in with them could also be demons. There's all kinds of things that are happening on the
Yeah,
other side that we don't know about or can't see. There's a war going on between good and evil. I hear about that all the time. So they could have hangers on, you know? Not
yeah.
only your dad coming in, but someone
I
might be coming in behind him.
crazy thing is that Sunday last Sunday, Thursday, I smelled my dad. I felt my dad. I felt my aunt. I smelled the house in 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 the in in the apartment Sunday afternoon, just before the show. It was just one of the weirdest things. I told her, "You can go back. Dad's up there. Dad's with mom now. Go see them." And that smell disappeared.
Yeah.
So I can believe that. I can believe that.
Hey, maybe on the other hand, I mean, I do know that they say that when you smell sulfur and foul smells, that's the devil himself or his demons.
Yeah,
But also at the same time, I mean, it could be a good spirit just trying to get your attention, and knowing
right.
that it gives sulfur, it might get your attention really quick. Uh, I smell
Yeah.
flowers I think when I feel like my mom is with me, I smell flowers.
I
I've
when
smelled flowers from her and Crystal.
I when my mom passed 20 some odd years ago, I would not lately, because I believe that she's either she's not here with me. I believe she's either with my brother or my sister watching over both of them. She was worried about my brother a lot because of his profession. My brother's a police officer, a former police officer, now a park ranger. Same kind of deal. He carries a gun. That's what he does. He's a law enforcement officer. So she was more worried about him than me. But when she first passed, I would smell her perfume every so often, not only in the house, but when I was driving or when I was uh, 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 at work or out playing,
Yeah,
I think some of it was a warning.
that could be
I
true.
Because you know I finally became sober, and
Thank
she
God.
yeah she
Thank the
yeah
Lord.
yes, but I
I knew
think
Matt when.
yes, yeah, he knew me. He whoo
I knew
he
you went. Hey, we both did. We tipped back the bottle quite a bit.
Yes, I think
Those
she was
good
with me because of she was
old
worried.
young days.
Yeah, she was worried I was doing stupid shit. But I think she's either in heaven now with my dad, or she's with either my brother or my sister right now.
Well,
because
let me say this. Let me say this to you, Matt, and I know this from what other mediums have told me. She could be with them. She could be up in heaven. She could be in California, and she could be with you at the same time. She could be wherever she wants to be. And
oh,
another
that's
thing I
cool.
had heard from a medium was that they don't think about us. They're in bliss. They're having a great,
Yes,
great time in bliss. When we think of them, that's when they're with us. But
right.
they don't just decide, "Hey, let's go visit Matt." They don't do that. They We call out to them. And if our frequency is high enough, we can reach them. That's why they say when people pass and you're full of grief, your frequency is very low and it's hard to connect. So a lot of people are like, I wish, I could dream of my mom or something like that. Well, if you're really grieving, it's going to be hard to make that connection.
I
And
grieved. I grieved about my mother a lot, and that's probably why I didn't have. I had a connection, but I didn't have that good a connection. I didn't grieve as much with my dad, and I think that's one of the reasons why he's constantly saying, "Hey, what's up? I'm I'm still around. I know you're thinking of me." Uh,
yeah, of
the other
course.
time was a box. I wanted to watch boxing, and he showed up. It was just like, what the fuck? That's what my dad and I did was watch boxing. It wasn't
Of
football.
course, he's going to
It
be with
wasn't
you.
baseball. Yeah, so
Hey,
that's
Diane Baker said she receives signs from loved ones who have passed away and has dreams about them. Have you had dream visits from your parents yet?
yes. I've had some wacky ones, and I've had some good ones.
I have
Uh,
dream visits of everybody I've known that have passed.
I've had
I've seen them all.
I've had my grandfather, my grandmother, all my grandmother's dreams is usually the ones that are the ones that tell me I have to straighten my ass up because she was the one that would she was the one that told everybody in the family, you straighten your ass up or else there's the door, you know?
All right. Well, I'll say one more thing, and might surprise some people out there. For us, it's not surprising. We can be visited by our pets. Our
Yeah.
pets that we loved and loved. I'll tell you a really quick story. Not long ago, I was laying in bed and I felt something jump up on the bed. And I knew something jumped up on the bed because I could feel it. I could feel the thump. And it didn't scare me because I immediately knew it was my cat. She used to sleep with me every night. I knew it
I
was
had
her.
I had a I was over my sister and niece was staying with my dad, taking care of him. They went to they went away for a weekend, so I stayed the weekend with my dad. Saturday night, my dad went up to bed. I went in to get a pop from the refrigerator, and where our last dog, Wanda, passed away, I saw her lying on the floor between the doorway and the refrigerator. So I believe that there is pets that are visiting you. They actually have them on ringer on ring on the doorbell cameras, and they
Yeah,
also have
I've
them
seen
on
those
security.
too.
They also have them on security cameras, and
Yeah.
they swear to God that the one dog that they have on one of the uh, uh, videos was actually the neighbor's dog that passed away a month ago. That was walking across and this was not a VCR or a disc. This was digital, which digital is very hard to corrupt like that.
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, I love the ghost story stuff. What do you have for us next Thursday?
Uh,
What are you thinking about?
maybe I don't know. Uh, what's the audience want to hear? Do they want to hear
Yeah, let's
more,
do that.
more UFOs? Do they want to hear more ghost stories? Do you want me to dive into something like the Akashic records or uh,
That's
the
cool.
the pyramids, or go back to the Book of Enoch, or
That's cool. All right, peeps out there, what do you guys think? First person to throw one up, we'll do it for next Thursday. I'll pair my stuff with Matt, and we'll have a good time. Let me know out there what you guys want to hear. First comment gets it. All right. And we're going to play one more song to end out tonight. But before I do that, Matt, what I do want to do is I want to play that intro again. We play it to start the show, but I want to play it just one more time because it's so cool. This was created by Megan Nicole. As you guys know, she's the Metal Vixen, the Vamp herself. She's on the Metal Revolution Hour on Saturday night, which will be coming up, and it's a banger of a show. But she put together this intro for us. I love the whole Scooby-Doo vibe. Check it out.
So we got
This is Paranormal
or
Thursday.
Enoch or Akashic Records.
You're on Illustrated.
You don't want me anymore, that's what you said from before. But this twisted melody has brought a few friends.
This is the Paranormal Chef on Paranormal Thursday.
Be echoing in your head.
Jeff fucking James.
The ruins of the life you thought you led. Yeah, you thought you'd won, but the games you wanted to play have just begun.
Oh, Mr. Voorhees, there you are. You can come out of the water now.
What? Oh, I think you went that way.
Don't forget your machete. Only on Outlaw Radio Nation.
I'm the plot twist, baby, to your marital fantasy. The shattered fragments screaming that you'd like to leave it behind. Wake up, darling, now the whole world gets to see. Dragging through the shaking your solid ground. You thought you owned the dark before. Now I'm crushing your hand one finger at a time.
Prepare to be spooked in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shut your fucking pie hole!
That's awesome, right?
So I got 2 for Enoch and 2 for Akashic Records.
Well, why don't we do Enoch, Akashic Records, and some of the pyramid stuff? Because Akashic Records kind of goes along with the spiritual
pyramids.
thing, and
Yes.
yeah, and the pyramids and the Book of Enoch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Why not?
All right, I love
Got
the
a lot of
Akashic
homework to do.
Records. Yeah.
I love Enoch and Akashic Records, and I'm starting to learn about it right now. So
And you won't be looking up ghost stuff, and you
No.
won't be having the
I won't have
paranormal. That won't be in the back of your mind, and they won't be. Hopefully, they won't be visiting you so much because
Nope.
you won't be thinking about ghosts.
and I won't have to go back to Goddess and get myself some more smudging spray like I've been doing all the last couple of days.
I got to ask you this question because I'm intrigued by this. Are you gonna go into your aunt's house and do an investigation with the spirit box and check out the EMF and check it all out?
It's under new ownership. So she passed away during COVID, and the following summer we got rid of it. So
All right, man.
it's-
Hey, what's her name?
I'm gonna go
I can't
knock on the
think right
door.
now. Jeannie, my Jeannie, who I know, she mentioned that she comes over and we've done the pendulum. I do the
Yeah.
pendulum. I used to do dowsing rods, but I moved on to the pendulum. I like that a lot better. But yeah, that's completely true. She's been over. We've contacted spirits with the pendulum, and man, I can get this thing just spinning like crazy, just holding it completely still. It spins like a maniac. Gotta
Dowsing
show you
rods.
sometime.
Dowsing rods to me are more, for me, is more of a ley line type thing. You look for ley lines. You look for energy portals. You look for, because that's, or water sources or that kind of stuff. I've seen it done perfectly with some people, and I've seen it done completely bad with others on shows with like ghost hunting shows. So to me, it's
Yeah.
more of a looking for, like I said, ley lines or water sources or energy waves or portals.
You should have seen it when Gregory Nicholas was at my house and he picked up my dowsing rods. Those things were spinning like a helicopter, man. He has so much energy. It was amazing.
I'm gonna,
All right, man.
I am gonna call him and see if he can come in and do a little cleansing of the apartment.
Yeah, he'll do that. He's done it for me. What he's going to do is he has with him blessed cloves They'll put
Yeah.
that over every single door. And then, the other thing you can do is you can put salt on the front of your door, in front of your bedrooms, and things like that. And supposedly, demons can't enter, or
Uh-huh.
bad intent spirits won't enter. But yeah, have him come over and do a cleansing for you. He does bookings all the time. I've probably seen him a good 20 times. He'll
Well,
contact the spirits that are in your house,
awesome.
or the spirits that are just hanging around you. He'll let you know all that great stuff, and then he'll do a cleansing, and he'll do sage, and he burns it. He does another great thing he does is, and you should take him up on this, is Reiki. You could probably
Yeah.
use some healing, man. Everybody can
Right.
have some healing, have some of those soul fragments cleaned. I believe in all that stuff. All right, man. Well, we've
Good.
been the Paranormal Thursday Paranormal,
Thanks,
and we
guys.
will be back next Thursday with Akashic Records, the Book of Enoch, and Pyramids. It's gonna
Yep.
be cool. It's gonna
Thank
be
you guys
very
for
enlightening.
listening.
All right, very cool. All right, Thursday Paranormal. We're out of here, peeps. I got one more song for you. I'm playing Seal Gloss. She's gonna be on the show Sunday for a big interview that we're doing on Valentine's weekend, and she's kind of cute. So I like her a lot. And this is High Alert. This is for you, Seal. See you later, man.